Good morning, children. Today I will discuss the chemical properties of bases. Yesterday I have already explained the detail of chemical properties of acids. So today, children, you go through the properties of bases. The first property of base means these bases reacts with the metal, and when they reacts with the metal, they provides a salt and releases hydrogen gas. Suppose sodium hydroxide, this is strong base, reacts with zinc metal, then it provides a salt sodium zincate, and there is the removal of hydrogen gas. Reaction will be twice NaOH plus Zn is equals to Na2ZnO2 plus H2. Means very simple, base treated with sodium zinc metal provides sodium zincate, salt and hydrogen. Another reaction, when sodium hydroxide reacts with aluminium, and this aluminium, hydrated aluminium, or I mean some water molecules, there will be the formation of sodium meta-aluminate. This is a salt and removal of hydrogen. So ultimately, the first property means bases reacts with metals and provides salt and hydrogen gas. It is clear. Now the second reaction and second property of base, reaction of base with oxides of non-metals. At very first, children, non-metals, these are carbon, these are sulfur, these are oxygen, chlorine, bromine, likewise. So non-metal oxides means sulfur dioxide, sulfur trioxide, carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide. These are non-metal oxides. The very common non-metal oxide is carbon dioxide. So when bases reacts with non-metal oxide, they provides salt and water. You see here a reaction, twice NaOH plus CO2, and there is the product sodium carbonate Na2CO3 and H2O. Likewise, calcium hydroxide CaOH, this is also called lime water. It is okay. Plus CO2, and CO2 is non-metal oxide. Then it gives calcium carbonate and water. So second property of the base is when base reacts with non-metal oxide, it provides salt and water. It is okay. Now the third reaction is very simple, that is neutralization reaction. Like acid when reacts with base gives salt and water, in the same fashion when base reacts with an acid, it gives salt and water. Common reaction is twice HCl, means this acid treated with base, calcium hydroxide, then it provides calcium chloride and water. These three common reactions you already have been studied, and today I have given the discussion in detail to you, children. And what happens, very specific property regarding bases, they releases hydroxyl ion, they dissociates hydroxyl ion when they get dissolved in water. It is okay. And what happens in case of acids? Acids provides hydrogen ion. Means when acid dissolved in water, it dissociates hydrogen ion in water. Likewise, bases releases hydroxyl ion when they dissolve in water. Now, on the rate of dissociation in water, I mean the hydroxyl ion, bases are considered to be strong bases and weak bases. Children, strong bases are sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide, magnesium hydroxide, and weak bases are ammonium hydroxide and some other hydroxides. So weak base and a strong base means when ammonium hydroxide will get dissolved in water, the rate of dissociation of hydroxyl ion will be less. Whereas when we dissolve KOH and NaOH in water, dissociation of hydroxyl ion will be more. Now let we have to discuss today the new topic, strength of acids and bases. This is very important regarding your board examination. Every year some questions are asked from these particular topics. The strength of acids and bases. It can be estimated by using universal indicator. Means the strength of acids and bases can be measured by universal indicator. Now children, main discussion is this: what is the universal indicator? UI. So at very first you know, and please go through the detail and learn this topic well. Usually this question asked in board examination: define universal indicator, or what do you know about universal indicator? So universal indicator at very first, it is a mixture of several indicators. Already you have been studied yesterday in my lecture, natural indicators, synthetic indicators. It is okay. So here universal indicator is developed, means it is a mixture of several indicators. It is okay. It shows different colors at different concentrations of hydrogen ion in the solution. Means it is a mixture of several indicators which shows different colors with the reaction of hydrogen ion or hydroxyl ion ultimately. So and it decides through a scale that is called pH scale. But what do you mean of pH now? You know children, pH, for measuring hydrogen ion concentration there is a formula, you know, pH is equals to minus log hydrogen ion concentration, or pH is equals to minus log hydronium ion concentration, H3O plus, because these hydrogen ion get trapped by the water molecule. So this is a formula. You will be getting the detail of this discussion and numerical in higher classes in class 11. But only in this chapter you should have to know what do you mean of pH. pH means P stands for potenge, P-O-T-E-N-Z. Potenge is the German word, means power. Potenge means pH. H stands for the hydrogen ion concentration, you know. So pH accumulative, word, that is pH, potential of hydrogen ion concentration, you can say. pH stands for potential of hydrogen ion concentration, and this is the logarithm value of hydrogen ion concentration. Means pH is equals to minus log hydrogen ion concentration, or pH is equals to minus log hydronium ion concentration. Now this pH scale is given here. It starts from 1 goes up to 14. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, these are acidic. Means if the pH is 1 of any solution is strongest acid, 2, 3 is strongest acid, 4, 5 mild acids, 6 weak acids, and 7 neutral. It is okay. If the pH of solution is 7, that is neutral. Water has 7 pH. Likewise, bases are 8 to 14 pH. Means 8, 9 pH weak bases, 10, 11 mild bases, 12, 13, 14 strong bases. So if pH scale means if pH equal to 7, it is a neutral. If pH less than 7, it is acid, and if pH more than 7, it is base. So by using pH scale, you can recognize whether the solution is acidic or basic or neutral. So children, go through the properties of acids, go through the properties of bases, particular pH scale, indicators, universal indicator, and pH scale. Next, salts and the different type of salts we will explain on the next topic. So this much is enough for today. Thank you.